Christmas Day is supposed to be quiet. Up in the Utah mountains, the snow muffles everything. Footsteps, wind, even fear. The Tiede family chose that isolation on purpose. A remote cabin. No neighbors. No traffic. Just Christmas morning, wrapped gifts, and the belief that nothing bad could reach them out there. They were wrong. Two men were already nearby. Vaughn Lester Taylor and Edward Stephen Delite weren't travelers or hunters. They were fugitives, violent, desperate, and running out of options. When they saw the cabin, they didn't see a family celebrating Christmas. They saw shelter, they saw supplies. They saw control, and they saw no witnesses. On Christmas Day, they forced their way inside at gunpoint. The family didn't have time to run. The parents, the grandmother, and two young daughters were all rounded up, all staring down the barrels of guns inside their own living room. What happened next is a detail that makes this case especially disturbing. Before killing anyone, the intruders began opening Christmas presents. They tore into the wrapped gifts beneath the tree, presents meant for children, toys and holiday surprises. They handled them casually like bored guests, while the family watched in silence, not knowing if they would still be alive when the last gift was opened. Then the violence started. The mother was shot and killed. The grandmother was murdered. The father was shot and dropped to the floor, but he didn't die. As blood spread beneath him, he made a choice that would save lives. He didn't scream. He didn't move. He didn't beg. He played dead. He lay motionless as the killers stood over him, convinced they had finished the job. Believing the adults were dead, Taylor and Delite turned their attention to the children. The two daughters were dragged from the cabin and forced into a vehicle. They were taken away from everything they knew, still in their Christmas clothes. Before leaving, the killers set the cabin on fire. Flames climbed the walls. Smoke swallowed the rooms. They wanted nothing left behind, no evidence. They drove away, certain that no one remained alive. But in the ashes, someone did. Despite being shot, despite the smoke and the heat, the father regained consciousness. Injured and bleeding, he escaped the burning cabin and made it to safety. His survival triggered a manhunt that would end with Taylor and Delite captured, and the daughters rescued alive. The killers were convicted. They were sentenced and walked away. But the horror of this story didn't end with the arrests, because this wasn't just a home invasion. It was Christmas morning, a day built on trust, family, and safety, invaded by men who opened children's gifts before deciding who would die. They didn't choose a random night. They chose Christmas, because they knew no one would be coming to help.